Hello, my love, and welcome to day 9 of the expansion Accelerator. Today's super simple action step is going to be really quite simple and also so incredibly powerful, just like they all have been. But before I dig into that, I need to let you know that right before coming in here to record this for you, I found myself wiping away literal tears from my eyes as I was going through and reading a lot of what came up for many of you yesterday in our day 8. That conversation, the question, the really sitting with what is true about me? What would God, universe, spirit say about me? There is a level of depth and truth that we touch, that we access, that I think so many of us are craving and unfortunately is probably missing from our day-to-day lives. And so I wanted to share that prompt with you as a reminder that this is something that you can literally come back to every single day. Asking that question every single day will literally change your life. I am so lit up clearly and passionate about all of the tools and the concepts and the resources and the practices that I'm sharing with you and that we're diving into together. But yesterday, day 8 was definitely one of my favorites. And today is a close second. So I want to just first share with you that if you didn't get a chance to dive into day 8, I highly, highly recommend that you go back and you give yourself an opportunity to do that. It will really be one of the greatest gifts. The other thing that I want you to notice is that when we pause, when we allow ourselves to tap into the energetic frequency of our higher power, really feel into, access the vibration that God would have us sense, the vibration that is pulsating through the entire universe, like literally, figuratively, energetically, spiritually. What ends up happening is something known as channeling. It allows us to access information that sometimes within our own human experience, when we are rushing through the world from here to there and doing this thing and checking these things off our list over here, we don't necessarily have access to this type of information. And channeling is a really great way to open up your head, your heart, your energy field to higher level frequencies and information. It's so interesting. I noticed this with some of your journal prompts, but I've had this happen as well. Especially, I've used this tool in seasons of life where I've been like really in it, dark night of the soul vibes. Like, God, why is this thing happening to me? Why am I feeling this level of sadness, heaviness, anger, grief, depression, whatever it might be? Like, God, where are you? Right? I've used this tool in moments like that. And I've also used it in moments where it felt like I was on top of the world. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel you. I see you. What else do you want me to know, God? And it's really cool. And what I have personally noticed is I will perhaps journal with my own hand. I like to pen to paper is how I do things. I'm a big fan of that, but pen to paper, my hand guiding the pen. I'll write out a question. I'll write out a thought. I'll just kind of empty out what I like to call my own internal filing cabinet. And then I'll pause and I'll sit with, okay, God, I'm going to welcome you in now. And then I'll start journaling again. And it's as if something has taken over my hand and my mind and my heart. And I will free flow, stream of consciousness, allowing God to guide my words. And when I take a step back, I will often notice that the handwriting looks a little bit different, that some of the words that I wrote out on my paper don't really feel like they're words I would normally use. It's just so incredibly powerful. And so I really wanted to take a moment to double click in on that and have you think about that. And it actually reminds me, there's a series of books. If you're not familiar with it, it's called Conversations with God by Neale Donald Walsch. And it totally makes me think about that. This Neale Donald Walsch is an author. Obviously, he has a series of books. but he is writing out these questions. I imagine him on his typewriter. So he's typing, and then God comes through and answers. And so if this is something you're interested in learning a little bit more about, I wanted to take a moment to share that with you. That might be something that you want to dig into, a practice that you want to lean on or welcome in a little bit more. So before diving into today, I just wanted to take a moment to speak to the power of what we did yesterday and thank so many of you for digging in with me. Back to day 9, I really want you to take a few moments. This is going to be our super simple action step to acknowledge yourself, to appreciate yourself in a way that you very likely do not do on a regular basis, to extend the deepest essence of gratitude back towards yourself. I did this morning, and this is something that I've been doing honestly on a daily basis. I'm starting a brand new practice of writing a daily love letter to myself. And so I'm going to share a few of these with you. And I'm not asking you to do this every single day unless you feel called to, but I am asking you to do this today. And so what inspired this was at the heart of the work I do, I know that the way that we relate to ourselves on the deepest level really impacts the way that we relate to everything and everyone else in our lives. And I know this one from the work that I actually do with my clients, but also I have my own coaches. I believe deeply in the coaching industry. I not only do this and share this with my people, but I really love investing in my own coaches and healers and mentors. And this is reminding me of the work that I've been doing with one of my coaches. I love her so much. Her name is Chrissy, and she's a self-mastery and gene keys coach. We met just a few days ago, and I was explaining to her how things feel like they've been going really, really well on the outside. Like from the outside looking in, everything looks and feels really good. But if I'm being completely honest with myself, there is this internal wobble. Right now, I have my hand over my heart, over my chest, and it just feels like there is a little bit of this shaky foundation within me. Curious if you can ever relate to that. And so as I was explaining this to her a little bit more, I was telling her that really what I was wanting, I don't love this wobble. I don't love this shaky internal foundation. I was explaining to her that what I want more than anything is this next level experience of confidence, self-confidence, self-trust. And, it's interesting because I've been on this journey for over 12 years, not just facilitating and leading and coaching and guiding people through this really deep work, but also taking myself through this work. And even more than that, I've developed and created all of these amazing things personally and professionally. And I feel like I've come leaps and bounds around the relationship that I have with myself. And I'm really, really proud of me. And simultaneously, I feel like there is something that I am getting ready to step into even more. And she said something so beautiful, so simple, something that I already know and you very likely know, but we need to be reminded of. She brought me back to the fact that self-confidence, self-belief, self-trust, all of the things that I'm craving a new elevated experience of, all of it comes back to self-love. That's it. Self-love. Remembering who I actually am, what is actually true, and feeling that sense of unshakable power within my identity. And so that was a big part of what we were focused on yesterday. I like to say that God's opinion of me is the opinion that wins. And also part 2 of that, which is where we are today, day 9, is that my opinion of me matters. My opinion of me matters tremendously. And so I wanted to take a little time together today to have you grab your journal and make a list of the things that you love most, the things that you appreciate most about yourself. You might choose to join me on this journey of daily love letters. And so, just some really fun examples of things that I've been writing down over the last few days. This can look like a bullet point list of all of your favorite things about yourself. This can look like a letter to yourself. You can imagine that you're someone else in your life writing a letter about you, like your own personal reflection. There's no right or wrong way to do any of this, but I want to share some of the things that I've been writing in my daily love letter journal. So this one says, Dani babe, you are the real deal. You have a heart of gold. You deeply care about everyone in your life and humanity as a whole. I love how you are so committed to positively impacting as many people as you can. How you've dedicated your life to mastery when it comes to some of the most transformational tools that you could ever share. Your love and your power can be felt by all. Dani babe, today is a day that I hope you remember for a long time. A day when you had the courage to speak up. A day you powerfully served. You honored God and Jesus. A day when your gifts and your magic were reflected back to you in the most magical and miraculous of ways. Dani babe, I'm feeling speechless. Take it in. Your commitment and your devotion is unmatched. I see your magic, your brilliance, your depth, your desires, your humor, your childlike wonder, all of it. And I am madly in love with every ounce of you, every fiber of your being. I am so grateful to be you. There's literally no one else I'd rather be. I would choose you in every lifetime again and again and again, forever and ever. So I've been on this journey for just a couple of weeks now, and I'm having so much fun writing these daily love letters, acknowledging myself, different character traits, ways of being, things that I really truly feel set me apart. My favorite things about myself. I hope that you find these examples helpful. And I want to encourage you to take this, to play with this, to have fun with this. If you could write a thank you letter to yourself, what would you say? If you could write a love letter to yourself, what would you say? That is exactly what we're going to do today. And I can't wait to see you back here tomorrow.